I hope you can hear this, but today is Daniel's birthday, so we have left the Woodigans and come to the Hunter Valley area, about an hour drive, staying at the Wine Country Tourist Caravan Park. It's the only place that I could find that was dog friendly. I tried to do farm stays and vineyard stays and that kind of thing, but I couldn't find anywhere. And there is a free camp on the other side of the vineyards at Broke. I just didn't want to be that far away because obviously being in the wine country area and the vineyards, driving and alcohol don't mix. So I wanted to be close with where we want to go, so we either if we went to taxi it wasn't too far and things like that. We've also, thanks to the grandparents, ditched Aria for the weekend, so it's a Friday, and it was only meant to be tonight, but Nanny offered Saturday night as well, so it's turned into the weekend of child-free in the Hunter Valley Vineyards. Because he loves cider, I surprised him by bringing him to the Colburn Cider House, and we've done a tasting paddle, they're called, a tasting paddle of ciders, and we're just going to chill out for the afternoon. We're going to head to, I wanted to take him somewhere for dinner, but where I want to take him is only a breakfast lunch place, so we'll do that at lunch tomorrow, and we're just going to head to a pub that we can actually walk to from the caravan park tonight for dinner. Hopefully you can hear me with the construction. They're doing some construction here at the moment, making a new deck or something, so hopefully you can still hear me. And yeah, so we're just going to chill out in the vineyards for a couple of days. Obviously we'll show you around little bits and pieces, but we also are going to have a bit of a chill weekend. So enjoy the vineyards and happy birthday to him.
Big wine bottle.
In the Hunter Valley.
It's nice area. We like it.
That's number one of our big things that we've actually stopped at.
Yeah, it's our first big thing.
First big thing. We've already put a dog bowl full of water at our table. We've even got a little kids cubby and mud kitchen type thing out here. Today, as you know, we're in the vineyards in the Hunter Valley. It was Daniel's birthday yesterday, so we're having a weekend without Aria. See, Aria FGC. Got the doggies, of course. Nanny and Poppy don't do doggy stays. Lucky they don't watch the videos.
Yeah.
Anyway.
They suck.
Anyway, so where I wanted to take Daniel for dinner last night isn't actually open at dinner time, so we're going for lunch today. And unfortunately, he's already guessed where we're going. We've never been here before. He just knows the area reasonably well, so he's guessed it. But he's happy about it. He's excited. So I'll show you when we get there. I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to keep you in suspense of where we're going, but we'll show you around the vineyard. Because we're from this area, sort of, we aren't doing, the typical wine tours and all those sorts of things. So quickly let you know of a few things that are around in the area that you can do. There's a lot of wineries, and like a lot of them are dog friendly. We've got where we're staying, the Wine Country Tourist Park, gave me a printed out booklet of all of the vineyards that are dog friendly that you can go and do wine tastings and stuff at. So that's really cool. It's actually quite a dog friendly area. Both the caravan parks here are dog friendly as well. And yeah, heaps and heaps and heaps of wineries. There's also hot air balloons, scenic helicopter and plane flights. There's a Hunter Valley Zoo. There's Learn to Fly at the airport. There's not only wineries, but there's obviously the cider. There's spirits distilleries. There's the Hunter Valley Gardens. There's the Hunter Valley Chocolate Factory. There's the Smelly Cheese Shop and the Benori Cheese Factory, which we're planning to stop in at on the way back from lunch.
We just drove past an olive.
There's olive farms. There's
Pretty much everything. Like,
heaps and heaps of stuff you can
everything gourmet. I would say it's everything gourmet.
It's gourmet, yeah, absolutely. There's champagne houses. There's the Sabor dessert bar, which we got, which was at the same place as the upstairs to the cider house yesterday. So we had a couple of cheeky desserts last night. Chuck the photos in there now. And yeah, I'm just trying to think. There's so much, so you really can make a weekend of it. Even a week, yeah. There's I don't know where we're going. I need to look at my map. I'm meant to be directing, and I've kind of gotten stuck talking to you guys instead. There's yeah, lots of cafes, and there's walks you can do. There's historic parts to it. Honestly, there's something for everyone, and kids as well. I mentioned the zoo, didn't I? Yeah, we've taken Aria to the zoo here as well, which was really, really good as well. So smaller than, it's not like your Sydney Zoo or anything, but it's still got quite a nice variety of animals and
tigers and stuff.
Lions and tigers and all those sorts of things. But it's actually really good as well. So yeah. Anyway. Hit us up for any questions if you do have any questions of the area. We're sure to help you out. And yeah, it's actually really nice to spend some time in this area.
It's really nice, like for us, it's always been a little bit of a drive, like a 45-minute drive or an hour drive almost to get out here. And so staying out here is a totally different experience to driving out every time. It's just, it's a lot more, you feel a lot more in it. When you're amongst it, when you stay out here. One thing I will say is that it's not very caravan friendly. We were expecting a lot of the wineries and stuff to offer some self-contained accommodation, like spots to park here, self-contained accommodation, and that would have been awesome. We would have paid a little bit for it and everything, but pretty much none of them do. I think a couple of them might do if you're a motorhome, but not a caravan, which is weird. I don't know why they don't allow that.
I'll jump in there. There's only one that does motorhome. They have 4 parks in their car parking area. By the way, we missed the turn. In their car parking, they have 4 parks that have power behind them for motorhomes only, but they are not big enough. I did some more research after calling them. They're not big enough for vehicle and towing vehicle. It has to be a motorhome. Yeah, and the other thing for us is we actually got married out here in the vineyards at Tuscany Wine Estate. So for us, we got married, and we then came back for our anniversary, and we used to do markets with our gallery out here and bits and pieces, and come out for days and come out for capturing photos. But we haven't really ever kind of spent the time other than getting married out here. So. Which was obviously full of just wedding stuff. So it's nice to be out here. And
the only thing I would say is if they could do some more caravan friendly, like RV friendly stuff, that would be amazing.
For sure,
like some camping areas or donation camps, or even a couple of the wineries doing some little areas that you can camp at with your caravan, like self-contained only. That's fine. We don't mind that. But that would be really good, and I think it would bring even more people to the area and to vineyards.
Yeah, for sure. Even I think there might be some farms out here as well, like that could do farm stays and stuff. But I just couldn't find anything when I was looking. And 2 places I did call. One obviously wouldn't take us because we tow, and the other one is no longer doing it. So yeah. Anyway, enough from us chatting. We'll show you around.
Can you find me the right turn?
I'll find the right turn.
Yum. So good.
Okay. Just dropped into the Benori Dairy, which I've been to before and tried, and it's delicious. Just tried a couple of cheeses. I'm not a big fan of like goat's cheese or any of those a bit too fancy things, but I tried the brie. They sold out of the triple cream brie, which I would think I would have really liked. But got a herb fromage, maybe. something along those lines, and a cheddar because Daniel's a hard cheese man, so we got one of each, a cheddar and a herb fromage for a cheese cutter. So yeah, brie was nice, but I think the triple cream would have been nicer. Anyway, I don't know what we're up to next, but we'll continue on in the Hunter Valley. So amongst checking out vineyards and all those sorts of things in the Hunter Valley, and smokehouses and cheese shops and all those things, we've been culling from the van and the truck because we went and got weighed and we were slightly overweight. So we've spent a lot of time culling. Aria doesn't know that we've culled out some of her stuff either, so hopefully that doesn't go too badly. But we have got a pile of stuff to go into our storage shed while we are in the area. And yeah, it's good. We've had 9 weeks on the road and we've made some sacrifices of some things that we kind of want, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. And also sacrificed quite a few things that we haven't used. So yeah, I think my suggestion is to everyone to definitely do that, like go away for a good length of time and then go back to where you've got your storage or whatever and be weighed and really cull through everything, go top to bottom, every cupboard, and yeah, I definitely think that you can cull more than you think. I say that now, but hopefully I don't regret that later on when I need something that I've taken out. Also, while we've been here, we've installed a map finally. Yay! So I haven't put on our journey yet, but we'll do that, and it's really nice to see a map on the wall and know that we're going to go and explore all of these places. So yeah, anyway, we're going off to our storage shed to go and put all this stuff in that we don't need. Catch ya. Good morning. It's an Aria and Mummy morning this morning. And we are at a surprise for Aria. I haven't told her where we've come. It was a bit of a random one because Daddy needed to do some work and get stuff done, and I was like, what can we do that's fun for a couple of hours? So we are going to show you around, and I'll show you where we're going once I tell Aria, but I'm not going to tell you yet because I don't want to spoil the surprise because we're still in the truck at the car park. So I'll show you soon. All right, so where'd we go? Where are we?
At the kangaroos.
At the zoo. We're at the zoo, aren't we?
And there's the koala.
There is koalas and kangaroos, yes. So yeah, we've come to the Hunter Valley Zoo for a couple of hours. So we'll show you around a little bit of that. Not too much because, you know, that can be a bit boring, but they've got quite a nice variety of animals and picnic benches and stuff for lunches, and yeah. So that's our morning this morning. Hi then. So, funny moment, that I was just putting my sunscreen on ready to go back to the pool, and Aria says to me, as I was putting my sunscreen on, my ribs were sticking out, and she goes, Mum, what's that? And points to them, and I said, they're my ribs. She's like, from last night? And it took me a moment, but then I realised we had pork ribs for dinner last night. She's asked me if my ribs are sticking out of my belly with the dinner last night. 3-year-olds, hey? They come out with the funniest things sometimes. Just had a quick swim in the pool, but it's getting a bit cool and it's almost 6 o'clock, so back to the van for dinner, which is like just over there, across the road.
Hey! So we finally had it. A nice night in the Hunter Valley when we're out here to capture a photo. I cannot tell you how many nights we've come out here and been disappointed, but tonight is not that night. So Amanda will spin you around. So basically there's no clouds in the sun direction. The sun's setting behind the mountains over there beautifully. There's no clouds at all to block anything. And then over in the direction that I'm shooting, I've got a really nice cool cloud bank with some interesting shapes and colors. You won't really see it on the GoPro video because it's really small, but yeah, it'll be good. So I'm shooting about f8 here, and looks a little dark on my camera screen. I'm underexposing it. I'll show you what it really looks like. Kind of looks like that. And so yeah, I'm shooting f8, which is about right to get the right depth of field that I want. And what am I, about a quarter of a second per shot at the moment. ISO 50, which in my camera is just the lowest that I can go. I'll always try and shoot in the lowest. It gives you the most room for lifting the brightness afterwards in your post-processing. So my plan here is for a 3-image panorama. So I'll go from left to right around, and the aim basically from where my arm is out here at the edge of this vine, right through to just down. I think I'll just cut out the road there for this picture. I'll see how it goes. I might want to go a bit further and include some of the road and the vines down there, but because the clouds are still interesting over there, I just don't know if I like the road in the photo or not. It's quite hard with the panorama because you're not taking it all at once on the camera, so it's hard to like visualize what the final image is going to look like. Like, I have a good idea, but I'll need to get a final idea when it's ready to go in the computer.
Can I just add? I'll just add, we've actually got green leaves and grapes on the vines too, which is like rare for us. Every time we seem to come out, we always miss it just by a little bit, but I've got them tonight. Okay, I've had a busy day today, but it's dinner time, and Daniel's making a bit of a sausage tomato gnocchi for dinner, and yeah, just wandering up, Ari and I are just wandering up to the community herb and vegetable garden. So yeah, you can help yourself here to lots of different herbs and plants and vegetables and stuff. It's a little bit dry at the moment, but I think it might be just change of season or summer or something. So yeah, I'll
I got some more ones.
Daniel has asked for, what did he ask for? Oh yeah, what did he ask for us to get? What was it called?
I don't know.
Sage.
Sage.
Yeah. So this is it here.
I'm going back to try it.
Please wait. What's this one? I think this is mint. Yeah, mint, rosemary, capsicum, basil, spring onion, and there's 3 garden beds. Oh, 4 pretty much. Yeah, so anyway, I'm just going to go with a bit more sage. I don't know if that was enough. And yeah, anyway, it's always nice to have fresh herbs, and being caravanners, it's being caravanners, you can't really have your own ones. So yeah, so we've gotten some basil, some sage and some rosemary for our tomato sausage gnocchi. I'll show you how it turns out. Daniel's a pretty good Italian cook. For those that don't know, he used to work in a fine dining Italian restaurant back when he was a young'un. It'd be close to like 15 no, close to 20 years ago now. So yeah, we don't make our own gnocchi though. We buy it, but he still makes a pretty darn good sauce when he carbonara or tomato or yeah. So I'll show you how it turns out.
I just sauteed the sausage and the herbs and the onion. Sauteed the sausage, herbs and onion and some garlic, and I haven't added any oil at all. Like, it's a non-stick pan and all of the oil in there is just out of the sausages. And I'm just waiting for the gnocchi water to boil, and I will do the gnocchi, put it in, and then I've got some tomatoes cut up and that'll just go in at the last minute and it'll be quite delicious.
Fresh tomato, fresh basil, good old Aldi gnocchi, and these are the Angus beef sausages.
Yeah.
Can't remember, Angus beef and something sausages. So yeah, we haven't actually done this before, so the beef sausages bit with it. So see how it goes.
Alright, so I've pan fried the gnocchi after it was cooked in all the fat and stuff from the sausages, and I've just added a bit of fresh tomato now, just the last little bit. You can see it's looking really good, smelling really good, and it's ready for serving.
Got some fresh herbs to go in first, right?
No, this is it.
Oh, I thought you were doing some basil.
No, not putting basil.
Oh.
Change my mind.
Went and got all that basil.
Yeah, I'll put it in something else tomorrow.
That's our dinner served. Chat to you later. So today we're doing something, which is going to do the knowledge computer-based test for our truck license, because we've decided that we'd prefer to upgrade the weight limits of the truck and know that we can carry extra water and extra fuel and extra food and all those things for the remote places, rather than constantly not being able to, or being worried about our weight, or not being able to do those things, or worried if we can go somewhere, if we're going to have enough food or water and whatever. So yeah, we just sort of made the call, and we'll do the test. And then, so today is the knowledge computer-based test at Service New South Wales. Daniel is doing that right now, he's one, while I'm hanging with the dogs and Aria in the truck, and then I will go in and do mine and see how they go. So yeah, wish us luck. We'll obviously let you know how we go. Once we pass the knowledge test on the computer, we have to do the driving test of driving a truck, which we already do every day. So there's a few other bits that go with it, like tyre downs and safely entering and exiting, and you know, all those other bits that for commercial truck people. But you need to do all of that to pass the test, because obviously if you have this, then you can go and say you can do all those things. So they make you do all of it, which will be interesting, I'm sure. But anyway, we'll take you on our little truck license journey. Just one of the things we're doing while we are hanging around where we are from, and catching up on a few jobs and stuff, and this is one of those things that we're doing. Yeah, wish us luck. Oh, it's a hard life, my babies. It's a hard life, isn't it? Good evening. Thought I would just jump on and show you what we're having for dinner tonight. It's one of our staples, and it's a good old Aldi. If you don't shop at Aldi, you're really missing out, because this is one of our staples. It's the Penang sauce curry mix, and it is delicious. We just do chicken breast, the packet of that stuff, some coconut milk, and we also toss in a carrot and a zucchini chopped up. There it is back, simmering away, and rice. And I tell you what, I am rice queen. I'm going to name myself that. because every time I cook rice, yep, every time I cook rice in the microwave, literally just pour it in, go, yeah, that should be enough, add some water, yep, that's good, comes out perfect 99% of the time. Don't you agree?
Yeah, she's good at rice. Yes, yes. Actually, quick thing. So we're looking to, with power, we've got a good power setup, but still 20 plus minutes of microwave time is pretty hardcore on your battery. Uses it's about the same as an aircon. So looking at the pre-made rice packets that you get from Aldi or the other supermarkets, and I'm kind of opposed to like pre-made stuff when you can just buy it in bulk and do it. But then 20 minutes of microwave time for like a couple of extra cents. I think it's good to have a mix of both. So when we're free camping, we can use those, and when we're not free camping, we can just microwave.
Yes, anyway, that's our dinner tonight. Now, a little tip, shop at, I think our big tip, shop at Aldi.
When you can.
When you can. Absolutely. We stock up on these like really good things. I reckon they're only like a couple of bucks a packet for these ones. Hey, Daniel, like a couple of bucks.
$3 or something.
Yeah, and it feeds all of us with one chicken breast, and zucchini and carrot and rice. It's awesome. Anyway, I'm going to finish up dinner. Enjoy. Okay, so today we had to come to Wyong for something. Doesn't really matter why we had to, but yeah, anyway. Nothing exciting. Well, kind of. We sold our car that we used to have driving around. So now we are asset-less other than our truck and our caravan. Oh, and our house that we rent out, of course. But yes. Aria, come back, babe. I want to have a look in here. Anyway, so while we're in the area, we thought it would come out for a spot of lunch at the Wyong Milk Factory. There's more than just a milk factory. There's a cafe, there's a tavern, there's a Daily Dough Co, which is a donut place. There's a chocolate shop, there's a playground, there's lots. There's even a river on the property that you can hire. There's a river that you can hire kayaks and stuff at as well. So really, somewhere, if you're in the Central Coast area, a really fun day out. Obviously we're only here for a little bit and we've got the dogs, so that restricts us a little bit, but I'll show you what's around a little bit of, and definitely put it on the list for something to do if you are on the Central Coast in this area. It's beautiful.
What's going on?
Waiting.
Yeah, waiting for what?
Waiting to see what's wrong with our truck again. There's a steering wobble.
Little one.
Just a little one, but it's only happened after it was in an Iveco having the studs changed.
We're in a tyre
And a
rotation.
So we're just checking out to see what's going on.
Hello.
Hi. Does this let you know a bit of a hint of what's happening?
Do you want to tell them or should I?
You do it.
Okay. We had our truck in at Iveco to get again, to clear a fault that's been happening with the aircon, where when you're idling and you're running the aircon, it basically has an error and yeah, it turns the aircon off on you. a little bit. It's only when it's like hot. I think it was just too much gas in the lines or something like that.
That's just a guess, though. You're just guessing that, and so are they.
Yeah.
So it's happened since we had the new engine put in. It's been like that. So it's been about 3 attempts to get it to the right gas level.
Yeah. So we just sucked all the gas out of it, put all the gas, regassed it.
Literally did a whole regas because it's been so many attempts of trying to get it right.
And then we were driving home, and
10 minutes down the road.
10 minutes down the road, the whole engine just failed. Like
Shut off
mid-drive.
100 k's an hour on the expressway. Cut out completely.
Yeah.
So we've been here for about an hour now.
Yeah. Got an RMA coming with a tow to
Back
tell us
to
back to
Iveco.
the dealer.
Because they work until 11 o'clock at night or something, apparently. So it's going straight back there to be looked at.
Yeah.
NRMA was good, though.
NRMA was really good.
We have the premium cover.
Because it's a large vehicle and we can tow a caravan as well.
And
usually.
we've got dogs and all that usually need, because wherever we are, the dogs are. So we always need to be able to transport them and stuff. Yeah. So
I hope this is our only tow that we need from NRMA in the next year or two.
For some reason I've got this like... Anyway, we've got enough water, we've got food. I did a grocery shop today. So while we had an hour to fill in between stuff that we needed to get done that we had booked in.
I actually wish we were somewhere a bit more remote so that we could actually like not have all this traffic next to us and just set up camp.
And just be like, we're broken down.
Pull out the fridge and chairs and everything. Yeah.
But yeah, we pretty much have some food in the truck, but because we're still working on like setting up the kitchen side of things, we don't have anything to cook the steaks or the whatever we have, but it's in there. There's some fruit and there's some ciders.
Oh yeah, I'll just get drunk. Should be right. I'll get sleep in the back here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, this is us.
This shit happens basically.
You're just got to be organised and prepared for it, I guess. And have in-car entertainment and charging options and things like that for your devices and stuff.
Try and stay flexible and not get too worked up about it. It's hard for Amanda. I'm just a bit more... I'm a bit more like, just roll with it, I guess.
I'm just getting fed up with the truck, to be honest. I want to just get on the road, and I feel like we can't get on the road yet because I don't trust the truck at the moment. So that's my issue at the moment.
This was meant to be the last little niggling thing that we got.
It was just that niggling thing that, it didn't cause a massive deal, but we were heading north. It's going to get warmer, and I didn't want it to be cutting out constantly. So I was like, let's finalise this while we're here. And we have access to a dealer reasonably close. And now it's caused this, and I'm just like, for God's sake. Damn you, truck. I love you, truck, but damn you, just effing work. Anyway. We'll let you know how it goes, what happens, and we'll let you know if Daniel has to sleep at Iveco overnight or something. Because I don't know how he's getting back from Iveco back to the caravan.
They said they'd give me a taxi.
They would give you a taxi, yeah. So he can get back if we want to, but then we're going to get back to the Iveco again later. And
freaking Iveco can pay for that one.
I expect, back on Iveco soon. Surely it comes back on them. Anyway, we'll keep you posted what the problem is, and we'll let you know when we're back on the road. Ciao.
Hey, so the cause of our dilemma, our little towing incident, one of these, a 3-cent 10 amp fuse blew under the hood, and it's actually controls all the power to the ECU. So when that fuse blows, the truck just coasts to a stop. Good design, thank you very much, Iveco. The guys ended up finding it, I think 2 days later, Took them 2 days to get around to finding it, that blown fuse, and replacing it. And it happened again while Amanda was driving it down to an appointment for Aria. And it happened to get on the side of the road. So I walked her through replacing it herself, replacing that fuse. Apparently it happens every time our truck goes over 100, and whenever it goes up to about 110, it doesn't happen straight away. It just happens like cruising down the highway at 110, and then all of a sudden, boom, you coast into a stop. But anyway, so now we both passed our truck licenses, which is good, and we're now a heavy vehicle. We got re-registered, so we can't go over 100 anyway now. So kind of problem solved, but yeah, still not great, but solved. So thank you, Iveco. Catch you guys in the next episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that sort of jazz. Really appreciate it. It's a lot of work putting the videos together, so when you guys actually watch it through to the end and like it, it means a lot to us. Thanks, bye.